This is a Leitmotif and Movement podcast, a father and son's journey into the vast worlds of music. I am your host, Mike Ficklin, and joining me on this epic musical journey is my son,
Michael Ficklin.
This show is dedicated to the discussion of music and introducing Michael to music from the past and present. We discuss music mainly from the genres of rock, hard rock, and heavy metal. We also, from time to time, dive into film and video game scores, and we sprinkle in some surprises along the way. Michael, what have you been listening to this week?
The assignment, and that's really it.
Haven't really been much in the mood to listen to music, or just haven't had time to listen to it?
Actually, the more I think about it, I did listen to P3 while I was vacuuming. But that's really it.
You know, listening to music while you're doing household chores can make things go so much better. It really does. And you picked a good album. Lots of energy in that album. For me, I listened to the latest record from a band called, I believe it's pronounced ELO, and their new record titled Legacy. The British prog metalers are back after 6 years with their second effort, and it was well worth the wait. Building upon the gent-infused progressive metal sound from their debut album Union, the band presents a cinematic experience, chock full of mathy guitar work, sweeping keyboards, quiet build-ups, and big crescendos. Andy Robertson's vocals are fantastic throughout. Thematically, the band takes a look at a near future where any technological advancements are being decided by money over purpose, making these advancements seem shallow. Multiple listens continue to reveal additional subtle nuances to the songs. The album might be in contention for top 5 of the year. It's an amazing journey and my pick of the episode.
Nice.
Yeah, dude. Also listened to the new record from In Mourning titled The Immortal. The Swedish mellow prog death band is back with their 7th studio record. If you're familiar with In Mourning's previous work, you know what you're in for here. The band sounds fantastic. The mix is really superb. The band does a great job of blending heavy, doom-laden sections with more melodic, clean sections. Some standout tracks to check out include Silver Crescent, The Sojourner, and As Long as the Twilight Stays. I also listened to the new record from Green Carnation titled A Dark Poem Part 1, The Shores of Melancholia. This is the 6th studio album from the Norwegian progressive doom metal group and is the first of a planned trilogy of albums. Musically, it's quite the journey. The band utilizes key changes at times to heighten the emotions. There are plenty of musical transitions to be found here. For the first time in quite some time, there are also some black metal growls to be found, contributed by Enslaves, and I'm not sure I'm pronouncing this right. I think it's Grudel Kellison. I feel like the album is a bit of a mixed bag at times, but when it works, it really works. Check out the songs As Silence Took You and The Slave That You Are to get a good taste of what this album is about. I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes with the next album in the trilogy. I also checked out the new collaborative single from Poppy, Amy Lee of Evanescence, and Courtney LaPlante of Spirit Box, songs titled End of You. The single started out as the idea of Poppy, and in total transparency, I have never listened to anything from her before. I'm not familiar with her really at all. However, I found myself intrigued by this collaboration mainly because I do like Amy Lee and Courtney LaPlante. On the whole, I feel like this collaboration works well. There are some terrific vocal harmonies in the song. Musically, I think this sounds very much like a Spirit Box song. It's that metalcore meets gent sound. I came away impressed with the song. I'm not sure if this is a one-off or if there's an EP or full LP planned, but it does have my attention. Last thing I checked out was the Slipknot 25th anniversary edition of their self-titled record. I admit, when I realized that Slipknot's self-titled debut had turned 25, technically 26 years old this year, I immediately felt old. It doesn't feel like it was that long ago when this fiery nu metal classic dropped. Listening to this again, it's just as raw, aggressive, and hard as I remember it being. Chock full of crunchy as hell guitar riffs and absolutely thundering percussion. Corey Taylor isn't messing around with the melodic stuff on this. He goes straight for the jugular with the screams and growls. In addition to the original album, we get some additional bonus tracks, demos, and some different mixes of a few of the tracks. Of all the additional tracks, the Snap demo stands out as my favorite. The first time I heard it was on the Freddy vs. Jason soundtrack. I loved it ever since. Full of vitriol, piss, and vinegar, this is a fantastic anniversary release that I will be revisiting again very soon. Michael, do you have anything that you recalled before we move on?
I listened to a few Linkin Park songs, but that's really it.
From what record?
It was just their top songs.
Okay, what'd you listen to?
I would have to open up Spotify for that.
I think you mentioned to me that you listened to What I've Done, didn't you?
Yeah.
What else?
In the end, Numb, Somewhere I Belong, One Step Closer, Crawling, yeah.
Some good choices there. Spread across multiple albums. Anything else, Michael, before we move on?
I do not.
Okay. So we'll move into the Art of Discovery, wherein we take a listen to a few bands that are either unsigned or we feel just aren't getting enough love. We've got a phenomenal selection of music for you this time around. We're going to kick things off with a rock band from Sheffield, UK. This is New Ghost with their song Cherry Violence. And once again, that was New Ghost with their song Cherry Violence. This song comes from their record titled A Dagger in Every Tide. You can purchase their music from their Bandcamp page, newghostband.bandcamp.com. Michael, what'd you think about that one?
I liked the vocals and that guitar riff and drum work. Awesome recommendation. 100%.
If you like this song, I highly recommend listening to the entire album. It's fantastic.
I may have to.
Report back if you do. Great stuff. All right, our next song comes from a gent progressive metal band out of Belgium. This is Blakwerk with their song Hemophage.
Memories older and drained. How many others cut out this pain? Do the cars themselves already taste on? Do they really put out this bond? There is a comfort in 1,000 hearts. Training signs another as the stars. I take the blood but feel no light. I feel no flame, no sin, no light. I take the blood, it burns like grace. Sweet as ruin, sharp as fate. How many others rot inside their pain? One from the falls like his shirts. Fiends flee, one harbor gate. I watch the sky burn, pillaged dawn, holding down those I feed upon. Pretend this curse is just a phase, while your blood dances to my gaze. The bloom is slow, but always sings. Her ghost in every crimson stain. Maybe I'm afraid of truth, of change. Maybe I've learned to love this cage. Ritual and darkness and tried and called it faith and called it life. I take the blood but feel no fire, no sacred sin, no pure desire. I tear the throat of every night to drink what might have lived inside. Reflected not in glass but dread, a specter of the blood I shed. I take the blood but feel no fire. I tear the night to feed this lie. I take the blood, I feel no life, I feel no flame, no sin, no right. I tear the throat, I tear the night, never again to see the light. The blood knows, the blood holds, the blood is warm, and I am cold. What is hate from memory never done? What is guilt but hunger I never forgot? How many others feed just to feel remembered? How many others burn with love too dead to bury?
And once again, that was Blakwerk with their song Hemophage. That comes from their incredible double album titled Echo Immortalis, and they actually gave us a little bit of background on the record. Echo Immortalis is a concept album which explores themes of mortality, existence, meaning, and the human experience through the lens of various immortal or near-immortal beings in a glory/ruin fashion. Each song has a complement, where the first such song on the album explores the complexities of life, but is then juxtaposed against the echo, that theme taken to an extreme, having the contrast turned all the way up, so to speak, and what manifests without the transient nature of life or inevitability of death. They mentioned some of their favorite couplings are the song Hemophage and the song Soul Eater, also Deathless, and I believe it's pronounced Kolskoy Weeps, also Veil of the Night and Revenant. You can purchase this album and all of their other music from their Bandcamp page, blakwerk.bandcamp.com/music. Michael, what'd you think about these guys?
They did pretty good. I liked the guitar work and the vocals. It was just awesome.
Outstanding stuff, man.
Mm-hmm.
I highly recommend listening to this entire double album. It's so good.
All right.
You got more assignments to listen to, sir. You have to report back. All right. And for our final song on the segment, we've got a metal band from Georgia. This is Buried Within with their song Coffin.
I'd rather go this path alone. I'd rather do this on my own. I don't need your affection. I can handle rejection. Your love's as empty as a coffin filled with
And once again, that was Buried Within with their song Coffin. That comes from their The Devil Came Knocking EP, and you can purchase their music from the iTunes store. Michael, what did you think about that one?
That was awesome. Again.
Goes hard, man.
Yeah.
Great song.
A little bit more heavy than the other songs we were listening to.
Yeah. The entire EP is really good, sir. I'm just saying. Just saying. You're going to have to listen to the whole thing, man. All right. With that said, we want to thank New Ghost, Blakwerk, and Buried Within for allowing us to play their music on our show. If you would like to have your songs played on our show, please reach out to us. Either email at lightmovepod@gmail.com or through our social media accounts. We would love to check out your music, and if we dig what we hear, we'd love to give you a shout and play the music on the show. All right, Michael, now it's time to get into our main topic. We're going to be breaking down Deftones' brand new 2025 release, Private Music. You ready to get into this, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, a little bit of background on this. Private Music is the 10th studio album from American alternative metal band Deftones. It was released on August 22nd, 2025 through Reprise and Warner Records. 2 singles from it were released before the release of the full record, My Mind is a Mountain and Milk of the Madonna. I took the opportunity to listen to the interview that the band gave to Zane Lowe for Apple Music and pulled some interesting tidbits about the record. The record itself has been in the works for the last 3 years. They did not write the record all at once, as they're all living in different locations now, so instead they would come together for like a week, they would write, and then go back home. Lead singer Chino Moreno has mentioned that he has now been sober for the last 3 years and went through the writing process completely sober for this record. Guitarist Stephen Carpenter was diagnosed with diabetes during the process of creating this record, and it's kind of fortunate that they caught it and that he's still with us, because it kind of sounds like he wasn't sure what was going on and was having some serious issues. Chino explained that the band are much more into making sound than actually writing music. And regarding the title of the record, Chino stated, "I like the exclusivity of the name. It feels restricted, maybe naughty. It has all these connotations. But it was the name of the folder on my desktop where I would put stuff while we were working on all the songs." The personnel that feature on this record: Chino Moreno on vocals and guitar, Stephen Carpenter on guitar, Frank Delgado on keyboards and samples, Abe Cunningham on drums, and Fred Sablin on bass. All right, with that said, we're going to go ahead and get into our track-by-track breakdown. We get started with track number 1. This is My Mind is a Mountain. Michael, what do you have on this one?
I like the opening drums and guitar work on the song. Also, the vocals on this song are great. And a fun fact, currently, right now, this is the most popular song on the album.
How many listens?
I think it was in the 20 millions.
Wow. That's quite a bit.
But I can check.
Verifying?
Yeah. Yes, it was at 23.
Wow. That's a huge number.
Yes, it is.
Crazy. Where does that rank, like, among all of Deftones stuff?
Not in top 10.
Not in the top 10?
Yeah.
Okay. That's still a mind-blowing number of listens here. Crazy. So, Chino stated that this song started out as a jam. The drums on the song are his favorite on the entire record. I love the heavy guitar and drum syncopation at the start of the song. Chino comes out of the gate with his trademark ethereal vocals through the verses. He puts in more aggressiveness, even screaming in the chorus. The female vocalizing adds to the ethereal feel. Stephen Carpenter's fuzzy, distorted guitar riffs go so hard on this. Abe Cunningham's drum work on this is just pummeling. Great way to open the album. I get the impression that Chino's approach to lyrics on this song, and perhaps in general for the album, are intentionally abstract. It's more about the way the words sound than putting together a narrative. Michael, do you have anything else on My Mind is a Mountain?
I do not.
Did you have a guess on what you think this song might be about?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Well, that said, we'll move on to track number 2. This is Locked Club. Michael, what do you have on this one?
I like the opening to the song, and also the drum work and guitar work on the song is pretty awesome too. Vocals are great as ever.
Do you really like what Chino does in general?
Yeah.
I feel like he's kind of got this super laid back, kind of ethereal, emotional, haunting thing going on with his vocals all the time. It's good stuff. The guitar riff through the verses on the song feels heavy and declamatory. Cunningham's drum work through the verses has a sort of riding on the edge of chaos feel. The chorus opens the music up more. It feels more expansive. There's the addition of some keyboards and ambiance during these sections. Chino gets more melodic with his vocal delivery during the chorus as well. The words he chooses and the vocal hooks work so well here. This song just feels like a whole vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Michael, do you have anything else on Locked Club?
I do not.
Out of curiosity, how many listens does this one have on Spotify?
4,459,000.
And where does that rank on the album?
6.
Not bad. It's a really good song.
Mm-hmm. Do agree.
Okay. So with that said, we'll move on to track number 3. This is Ecdysis. Michael, what do you have on this one?
So I'm going to start out with how many plays it has since I'm already on here. This is in 5th place on plays, which is 4,720,000.
And what place did you say that was? I'm sorry.
5th.
5th, okay.
I like the opening, and the guitar riff is just amazing. Vocals are great as ever. Just an awesome song.
So I don't know about you, but when I saw the title of this song, I was like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, I felt the same way with this song and another song on the record. No, another song on the record, and quite confused on another song on the record.
Yeah, you know, I am happy to report that we are not the only ones that didn't know what the hell this was or how to pronounce it. When I was listening to the Zane Lowe interview, he wasn't quite sure how to pronounce it either, and he wasn't sure what it was, so he had to ask the band about it. So the word ecdysis, which I did not know until the release of this record, means shedding or molting.
Okay. A lot of random song names.
No, I mean, this can be kind of construed as like change, because that's what shedding and molting is, right?
Yeah.
Like if caterpillar sheds its cocoon and becomes a butterfly or whatnot, you know what I mean? So the opening to this song feels a little more electronic at first. Then we get into a driving bass riff from Fred Sablin. There's a lot of great keyboard work on this song. It feels like an ambient, ethereal wall of sound. It gets my head nodding every time I hear this. I really like the echo effect used on Chino's vocals. It adds to the abstract ambiance of the song. The musical breakdown in this one rocks so hard. I also need to shout out Stephen Carpenter's guitar tone on this. It's really fantastic. Really like this song a lot. Michael, do you have anything else on Ecdysis?
Do not.
Okay. So we will move on to track number 4. This is Infinite Source. Michael, what do you have on this one?
This is in third place. It has 7,176,000.
Wow, yeah. I mean, we'll get into it, but I feel like that's perfectly understandable. It's a really good song. What do you got?
I did make a mistake while organizing the numbers of plays. The third and second song are technically one place back because I did not see another song which has a little bit more plays than them.
Okay.
So, technically, Infinite Source is third. The third song is fifth, and second song is sixth.
Okay.
I love the riff on the song and the vocals and that drum work. Amazing. Just a awesome song. And I feel like every song has a little bit of a difference between.
You mean in terms of feel and tone?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, according to the band, this was the first song that was written for the record. And right off the bat, I noticed the flange effect on the guitar. This song feels like a ballad, very melodic. Chino's vocal delivery is very emotional, especially during the chorus. There's a certain longing in his voice. The sound on this song just feels epic, thick with atmosphere. I love Carpenter's guitar work on this song. This is one of my absolute favorite songs on this record. Absolutely fantastic. Michael, do you have anything else on Infinite Source?
I do not.
Okay. So we will move along to track number 5. This is Souvenir. Michael, what do you have on this one?
Can I just start this out and say how random the song name is? It's so out of place. It feels like.
Why do you feel like it's out of place?
Just how random it is. We go from Infinite Source to Souvenir.
Maybe it's a souvenir that comes from an infinite source. I'll see myself out now.
This has 4,019,000 plays.
Placing it where?
That is placing at 7th place.
Okay. And what do you have on this one?
What I have is I like the opening to the song. It's right into the riff, and the drum work and vocals are great as ever.
Are you, out of curiosity, paying attention to like the ambient sounds and the keyboard work on these songs? Because I really feel like the sounds coming from the keyboards, the ambiance, it really helps set the mood on these songs. It adds a lot of atmosphere to these songs.
I do agree.
So with Souvenir, we open with a heavy riff before getting into a more quiet and subdued verse section. This section is carried by keyboards and ambient sounds. The sounds of Chino's haunting vocal delivery. The chorus offers a more guitar-heavy section. Cunningham's drum work on this is so good. The song closes with nearly 2 minutes of chill ambient music. It's a very cool vibe. Something to close your eyes to and just let the music take you on a journey. Did you like that piece of the song, Michael?
Yeah.
Really cool stuff. Kind of reminded me a little bit of the stuff that Jake Bowen was doing when he opened for Periphery when we went and seen him. Michael, do you have anything else on Souvenir?
I do not.
Okay, so we will move right along to track number 6. This is CXZ. Michael, what do you have on this?
Another random.
I'm sure it means something.
Yeah, it does.
I'm not sure
Probably.
what it does.
So, the amount of plays on this song kind of caught me off guard. This is technically the 9th most played song on the album. if I am counting correctly, at 3,310,000.
Okay.
I like the echo effect that they do through the song with the vocals. Also, I like the drum work and vocal work on this, and of course the guitar riffs. I can't forget that. Are awesome.
So out of curiosity, Michael, have we come across your favorite song on the record yet?
We have not.
Okay. The suspense builds. So yeah, this one brings the heavy, aggressive attack from the outset. It does chill a bit in what I would consider to be the verse sections. However, this song is driven by a thundering performance from Cunningham on the drums, Carpenter's aggressive guitar work, and a terrific bass line from Sablin. Chino's vocals are again outstanding here. His choices in vocal phrasing work perfectly with the music. An outstanding hard rocker that's sure to please old school and newer Deftones fans alike. So, I'm kind of surprised about the lack of listens on this one and where it places, because I would think this one would be one of the more popular ones.
Was not.
Michael, do you have anything else on CXZ?
I do not.
All right. So we will move along to track number 7. This is I Think About You All the Time. Michael, what do you have on this one?
This is the 4th most popular song on the record. Take a guess at how many.
Oh,
Close.
I have no idea.
I want you to
idea.
guess.
Is it around 4 million?
Close. It is at 5,212,000.
Okay. That's respectable.
In my notes on it, I like the chill vibe that and emotion that is shown on this song, and I like the vocals and the acoustic guitar riffs. Just an amazing song, and probably one of my favorites off the record.
Yeah, I completely agree. So Chino mentioned that he wrote this song on an acoustic guitar. He said that he had gone out to the beach and went swimming, I think, and came out of the water, and this song was on his mind, and he sat down and wrote it when he got back. This is a very chill ballad. I enjoy the clean guitar tone on this song. Chino's emotional vocal delivery on this is so good. In fact, he has some of my favorite vocal moments on this whole record on this song. Some of the note choices give me chills. When the full band kicks in, it takes this song up to the next level. It's just a beautiful ballad, and easily is my favorite song on the record. This one gives me all the feels, as the kids like to say.
I don't think that's what we say, but sure.
Michael, do you have anything else on I Think About You All the Time?
I do not.
Okay. Moving on to track number 8. This is Milk of the Madonna. Michael, what do you have on this one?
So I'm going to have 2 fun facts for this song. I'm going to start this out and say that this song is the 2nd most popular song at 10 million plays.
I could see it.
And the second fun fact is this was technically the first song I heard off the record.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't listen to something else before?
We were in the car, and that was one of the last songs that you were listening to.
Okay. I would have thought that you would have heard My Mind is a Mountain first. Okay, interesting. Well, what do you got on this one?
I'm going to start it out and say probably my favorite song on the record.
Interesting.
I like the drum work and guitar riffs and the vocals on this. I just really like this song.
Yeah. There's a seamless transition from I Think About You All the Time into this one. We're back to a more energetic and heavy song. I've mentioned before that I feel like Loathe was inspired by Deftones. I really feel like you can hear that influential sound on this song. Something about it reminds me a lot of Loathe. The vocal hook is not my favorite on the record, but it does have some good moments. The music is where it's at on this track. I really enjoy the main guitar riff on the song. There's a really interesting little clean section around the 3-minute mark. For the most part, though, this thing is just a straight-up headbanger.
Do you think you were expecting that this would be my favorite?
No, I actually wasn't. I figured you would be looking at a song like I Think About You All the Time, or maybe Infinite Source. So you definitely caught me by surprise. Michael, do you have anything else on Milk of the Madonna?
I do not.
Okay. So we will move on to track number 9. This is Cut Hands. Michael, what do you have on this one?
I like the vocals, guitar, and drum work on this song. Just another amazing song.
And what does Spotify say?
Spotify, I don't really know what to say except for 3,452,000.
And where does that place?
It placed 8th.
Okay, fair. This song kind of has a rap metal feel to it, thanks to the way that Chino delivers his vocals in the verses. The music itself during the verses, especially the drums, seem to give off a bit of a hip-hop vibe. The chorus takes us to a much heavier place. Chino's vocals become more aggressive, even using some screams. Something about the guitar riff gives off a bit of a sinister vibe. It just sounds gritty and evil, especially that closing breakdown. That closing piece just goes hard as hell. Michael, did this one get your head banging?
Yeah. I had to think.
Okay. All right. Well, with that said then, do you have anything else on Cut Hands?
I do not.
Okay. Now we'll move on to track number 10. This is Metal Dream. Michael, what do you have on this one?
So, let's start out. This is 10th on the album on plays, which is 3,172,000. I'm going to say this song is one of my favorite songs on the record. I like the opening to the song with that riff, and the vocals are just great. And just, again, great guitar work, great drum work, and great vocals.
Yeah, here's another song where Chino's vocals in the verses gives off a hip-hop vibe. During the chorus, he goes more melodic. I love the chorus on this song so much. Not just from Chino's vocals, but the music. It's very melodic. It's drenched with emotion and hope. Cunningham again kills it on the drums on this song. I really dig the guitar riff during the chorus. I'm not a big fan of what's happening during the verses, but when that chorus hits, I mean, just chef's kiss, man. Great stuff. Michael, do you have anything else on Metal Dream?
I do not.
Okay. So that's gonna take us to the final track on the record. This is track 11, Departing the Body. Michael, what do you have on this one?
I remember reading the title of the song and just questioning the choices that were made when they were deciding the name. But this is the least popular song on the album. And
man, I gotta disagree.
Just barely makes it over the 3 million mark by 62,000.
Man, I gotta disagree. I like this song quite a bit.
I do agree. Just very interesting song name. The opening...
What do you think it means, the song name?
No clue. A body
So
and body like disappearing? I don't know.
No. What I gather is that this is like a metaphor for the soul leaving the body after The body has passed on.
Hmm.
Anyway, what do you got on this?
The opening to the song is creepy, but the vocals are great, and the drum work and guitar riffs are all just great.
The opening to the song is kind of weird, right? It's
Yeah.
very trippy and spacey. Then we get into the song proper. The sound of a lone guitar, lots of space. Then the vocals come in with the sort of spoken word delivery. The rest of the band kicks in and Chino takes off with a more melodic vocal delivery. The verse music has a very cool spacey vibe, lots of ambiance. When it goes into the chorus, the ethereal ambiance goes away for the most part and becomes more of a straightforward rocker. I really enjoy this sort of breakdown section around the 3-minute mark. Again, lots of ambiance and just a really chill vibe to it. This is a very cool album closer. I disagree with the Spotify listenership. This song is deserving of being much higher. Good song, very good song. Michael, do you have anything else on Departing the Body?
Do not.
Okay. Well, that will take us into our final thoughts and our album ratings. Michael, go ahead and get us started with your final thoughts and your album rating out of 5.
The guitar riffs, drum work, the vocals, just an amazing album. This gets my recommendation. Definitely listen to it. 5 out of 5.
Michael gives it a perfect 5 out of 5. I assume, Michael, that this is in consideration for your top 5 records of the year.
Yeah.
All right. For me, what a ride. I've been a Deftones fan for quite a while, and the band kinda ebbs and flows. Private Music is the band hitting a good flow. In my opinion, it might be the best record they've done since 2010's Diamond Eyes. Private Music feels like a good marriage of their early sound and their more modern sound. The band seamlessly blends the smooth, ethereal ambient sounds with the heavier, distorted sounds. Standout tracks for me include My Mind is a Mountain, Ecdysis, Infinite Source, and I Think About You All the Time. The band is at the top of their game. Chino's vocals are some of the best he's done. Abe Cunningham's drum work is so good all throughout. I have to give a shout out to Frank Delgado's keyboard and sample work. The very cool ambiance that he helps to create is a key component to the sound of the band and this record. Stephen Carpenter's guitar work is outstanding throughout as well. I've always enjoyed his work, but there's just something about his tones on this record. So good. As I've mentioned before, this album is in contention for my top 5 albums of the year. I give this 4.5 out of 5. And that will take us to our question for the audience. What is your favorite track on Private Music and why? Michael, do you have anything else before we move on?
Nope.
Okay. So now we'll move into our next segment. This is Can't Wait. New music coming soon. As is customary, Michael, I'm going to go ahead and ask, although I don't expect an answer.
Don't even.
What do you got?
Don't even.
Well, for me then, there's several releases coming out over the next few weeks that I'm looking forward to. On September 12th, Between the Buried and Me releases their new record, The Blue Nowhere. Also, Dance Gavin Dance puts out their new record, Pantheon. Daughtry puts out his new record, Shock to the System Part 2. And Starset releases their new record, Silos. Then, on September 19th, Kitty puts out their new EP, Spit 25, celebrating 25 years of Spit. And the Nine Inch Nails release their soundtrack for Tron Ares. Really looking forward to that. Recently announced, on October 24th, Soulfly drops their new record, I believe it's pronounced Chama. And then on October 31st, Avatar drops their new record, Don't Go in the Forest.
What if I want to go in the forest?
Speaking of creepy, Michael, of any of those records that I listed off, are you looking forward to any of these?
I think the only band that I really recognized was Nine Inch Nails, because you have talked about them before.
Man, I am so looking forward to that. I've heard a couple of songs from it already. I'm hyped. I can't wait. Okay. We didn't receive any listener feedback, so we will move into our final segment. This is Michael's journey, discovering a song from the past. This time, we're going to get Michael's thoughts on Dexys Midnight Runners, Come On Eileen. Come On Eileen was released in the United Kingdom in June of 1982 as a single from their second studio album, To Rai. It reached number 1 in the United States and was their second number 1 hit in the UK following 1980's Gino. Come On Eileen won Best British Single at the 1983 Brit Awards, and in 2015, the song was voted by the British public as the nation's 6th favorite 1980s number 1 single in a poll for ITV. It was ranked number 18 on VH1's 100 Greatest Songs of the 80s and was Britain's best-selling single of 1982.
High praise.
Lots of high praise. Michael, what do you have on this song?
I like the opening. Then it gets into a whole bunch of other instruments. I like the vocals, and just an amazing classic song. Nice. And also it's upbeat.
Super poppy.
Yes.
And very unique sounding.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is one of the most original sounding songs to come out of the 80s. It's a fun pop rock song with just a touch of Irish folk music.
Most
it's
original.
So gloriously catchy. The sound of the banjos, violins, piano, and horns blending together to create this unique folk pop song are iconic. Kevin Rowland's vocal delivery is so full of soul and longing. How can you not find yourself at least humming, if not outright singing along? The chorus is just sheer perfection. It's addicting and instantly recognizable. I also enjoy Kevin's scat singing as we head toward the chorus. There's just so much joy in this song. Kevin has stated that the song's titular Eileen does not exist. Instead, she is a composite of many girls that he had a crush on when he had attended an Irish Catholic school as a youth. Despite the fact that this song is the only hit that Dexys had in the United States, I maintain that they are a true original that has earned a spot in the pantheon of musical greatness. Michael, let's get your rating out of 5 on this song.
It's just a nice classic song. I like the instruments that were used on this song and the vocals. It makes sense why it was so popular, and that's why I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5 from Michael.
Perfect show.
Yes, sir. All right, up next for you on your journey, Michael, we're going to check out Martha and the Vandellas, Dancing in the Street. And for our main topic on our next episode, we're finally going to get to the album that we pushed off for the last couple of episodes. We will be discussing Faith No More's 1989 release, The Real Thing. And with that said, we do want to hear from you. We will read your emails and messages on the show. We have only one request. Keep them clean. There are several ways to contact us. You can email us at lightmovepod@gmail.com. You can also reach us on several social media platforms such as Facebook, Blue Sky, Instagram, and Threads. Details on how to connect with us are in the show notes. We are part of the SPDM Crew Podcast Network. Check out all of the podcasts on the network by visiting spdmcrew.com.
If you like the show, subscribe to us on your favorite podcasting platform and share with your friends and family. We are available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and a variety of other platforms. We are also on YouTube. Can't find us on your chosen platform? Shoot us a message and let us know. Leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. This helps us be found in the algorithm. Make them good, and we'll read them on the air. Are you in a band, and you'd like for us to check you out and possibly drop a recommendation on the show? Shoot us a message. We'd love to check you out and give you a shout. We'd like to thank you very much for listening to the Leitmotif and Movement podcast.
Take care and enjoy music.